everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Zamboni Talk. As always, before we get started today, I just want to thank you all so much for joining me here today. And if you haven't yet, all I ask is that you please like and subscribe, and any thoughts you have at all down below, I'd love for you to comment them down in the comment section. So, what are we going to be talking about here today? Today, the subject is going to be about something that is referred to by many as being an askhole, right? And what are these kind of people? And why have I been running into so many of them lately? And how to get around it. So, what an askhole is somebody that just constantly asks you questions about something that usually you have some sort of expertise in, right? So, what these individuals do, and what I've been getting a lot of lately for subjects that have put an immense amount of work in to master and be good at, a lot of these individuals will just ask me question after question about what to do and how to do something. And I'm more than happy to give any advice, any guidance to whoever needs it, as I want everyone to succeed. That's a main reason why I have this channel in the first place. But when you just constantly ask, and then do not take any action, that I am not okay with that. That is just absolutely not beneficial to anybody involved at all, right? And for all of you out there that are trying to level up, trying to network with influential or higher net worth or more, bigger names, so to speak, when you ask things and people tell you how to do certain things, you have to go take action. You can't just keep asking questions and then not want to put any work in. And that's what I've seen lately on a very big scale. And it really irritates me when somebody's like this, because if I'm going to take the time to be interested in something and ask somebody about how they accomplished something and the work it took and what steps needed to be taken, and you take somebody's time in that regard, and then you take the information that you've asked for, hence making you an asshole, right? And then you proceed to do nothing with it, or say, I had no idea this was that much work. And I always come back with saying, did you really think that whatever you are so interested in, that everybody wants, something that's looked at and admired by so many, do you really think that that's going to be something that's easy to attain? Absolutely not, right? Absolutely not. There's just no possible way, right? So that's what I wanted to go over here today. And I just wanted to bring it all to your attention that there is more people than not in this world that are, believe it or not, assholes, right? And I do like this term because it very accurately depicts how many people out there think. So don't be one of the mass percentage of the population that thinks this way. And if you are genuinely interested in wanting to do something and leveling up, and you have somebody that has that expertise, and you're gonna pick their brain, which I always recommend. I think that's absolutely imperative, to find a mentor and pick the brain of somebody that you want to get information on. Show them the initiative that you are going to take that information and internalize it and take action for it and utilize it in your own life. And that will allow you to show these individuals that are offering you this advice that you mean business and you're here to play. That's really what you have to show. You have to show that you're in the game and you are here to play. Right? I remember listening to one of my favorite figures on YouTube and social media, and that is Professor Scott Galloway. And for any of you that haven't seen him, he offers some tremendous stuff because although he's more on the left-wing side of the political spectrum, which a lot of aspects I don't really agree with, but I really like his demeanor and where he comes from. And he used to talk about when he was an investment banker and he was starting out, and he used to stay at work and for 2 straight days and not sleep and pick the brains and do the work of the people that he wanted to emulate and where he wanted to go. And he asked those questions, figure out what he needed to do, and he showed up to play. He was there, and he let everybody in his company know that he was ready to go. And that is what I encourage, because if you, let's say for example that you really want to achieve the physique that somebody has, and somebody has come to me with this recently, because although I'm not the pinnacle of any sort of athletics, I do have an above average physique and a very, for muscle definition and below average body fat percentage. And somebody asked me, hey, can I come work out with you? They were asking all these questions. Can I come work out with you? Can you give me a diet plan? And I said, sure, absolutely. I would love to help. Meet me at the gym at 5 o'clock. Right? Let's see if you're an asshole, or let's see if you'll show up. I gave them a time, a date. I said, be there 5 a.m. I knew they didn't have to work at that time. I knew they had the time to be there. And the night before, I got an excuse. Right? That told me everything I needed to know about this person. And that's what I meant when I brought up that story about the Professor Scott Galloway that I love, is that when you mean business and you want to do something and you ask somebody for the opportunity or for the information to be there, be in that arena, then you better show up and you better be ready to go. And that's how it is you're going to achieve what you want. So as always, thank you so much for watching. And as always, please like and subscribe, share any thoughts at all, and let's continue this journey. So we'll catch you in the next episode of Daily Zamboni Talk.